Hello and welcome back, baseball fans. It is time for another episode of Chasing Print Runs. That's right. Oh, hey, I got to mute my other channel because I can hear me echoing. I'm sorry about that. I'm Vin Rock or Vincent. How's it going over there?
Hey man, I'm Dan. I'm excited to be here. We're going to do a little show today on 2024 Tops Now, cards 200 to 219.
Nice.
Starting with Ellie.
All right. I got to share my screen. I'm a little bit behind, so please be patient with me. I do appreciate that. I'm going to share my entire screen right here today with you now. And there it is. And like you said, we're going to be starting out with Ellie De La Cruz. That's card number 200. And I always thought that was a really good spot. Currently I think we're on card number 600. And I think who was that the other day that was card 600? Was it Bryce Harper?
It was.
Yeah. So we're 400 cards away from being just about current. So here we are. And usually those cards that are even numbered like that, 600, 200, 100, number one, those are usually reserved for star players. And clearly Ellie De La Cruz in his second year, but it's his rookie year, is definitely making headlines. It says here he's the 8th player since 1901 with 30 or more stolen bases in team's first 44 games. That had a print run of 4,028. That's card number 200. What do you think, Dano?
I think 4,000 cards is a lot of cards. I think it's a beautiful card. I think it's a $4.50 card on the low end. That's what eBay thinks. So that's what I think. And the highest priced one seemed to be a blue parallel for $250 with the best offer. So that's on the high end. The low end high is there's $100 blue parallel. And then there's some graded PSA 10s that are at $55. Let's see if we can go lower. Here's a graded SGC 10 that's $40. And then I don't see a whole lot of parallels. We're probably too late to see the high-end parallels. We'd see them.
Not necessarily. If you go to your sold items and sold and completed listings, you might be able to sort them that way. Or you might be, yeah. Yes. So let's go to the next one, if you like. That's going to be Paul Skeens. He gets his first victory. And that means, he's Tops Now card 201. Look at this print run. 12,032. Fires 6 no-hit innings with 11 strikeouts in his first Major League Baseball win. Yeah, you thought Ellie De La Cruz was a lot at 4,028 rookie card. No siree, Bobo. This is tremendous at 12,032. I bet this has got some parallels still available.
It sure does. It's also a relic.
So I would. Go ahead, sir. Sorry.
It's special in that regard that it's a relic and the other card wasn't. So you're right on spot, sir. The 5 is 1,500 best offer. The number to 10 is 1,000. The relics are 950.
Wow.
Woo. There's another 5 for 800 raw. What is this? This is a graded PSA 10 purple for 700 best offer.
700 best offer, man. And that's purple.
Black label base card for 380 from Japan. This is his second card on Tops Now. There's some purple parallels here at 250. Let's see if the price can. Here's a 150. The price is for 150, and that's as low. We got some graded now base cards for 100. Big deal card. This guy turns out to last. He's going to be special.
So, do you think this is the card to own, or is it his other first card that he had before this? Which one do you think is the one?
I think that I try to follow the hobby. So I think the hobby thinks that the first appearance is the card to own.
And generally speaking, I think you're absolutely right. Like 99% of the time, that's generally true. Only in certain cases where it's not. It's really weird.
Well,
not sure why.
Don't know if it's that it's not. What I think it is that one of their other cards is short printed. You know, if you think about the 1972 Steve Garvey, that was a short printed high number, so it was special even though 1971 was his rookie year. Instances like that. But in this
Right.
case, that would be played out by the public, because if the short print, the second appearance was the card, then it would be priced higher than the first appearance.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little bit of genius from our friend Dano. All right, let's go to card number 202. That's going to be Shohei Ohtani. Had a print run of 6,462. So we have a print run so far to start the show at 4,000, 6,000 for Shohei Ohtani. So that's 10,000 right there. And then Skeens at 12,000. I mean, that's 22,000 cards in just 3 cards. That's remarkable. Anyway,
somebody's selling a lot more cards and making less of them.
Yes, that's right. That was my point. You absolutely nailed it. You are very astute, sir. Now, this card says superstar, and that's exactly what Shohei Ohtani is. They could have put future Hall of Famer Belts Homer on Shohei Ohtani Day in Los Angeles. And look at that happy camper right there. What do you think? What's this card worth to you?
Well, I have to look at the high end first and say that the high end parallels orange. There's a 600. There's a 400 for the red parallel. So those seem realistic. There's a blue parallel from 300. Here's another red for 275. Here's blues now as low as 100. So you can get them lower. Here's some graded 10s. They're going for 30 from Japan with a $7 ship. A lot of them.
Now, are Shohei Ohtani's cards worth more now that he's a Dodger as opposed to being a Los Angeles Angel? I mean, I could imagine there might be some red parallels with his Angels uniform that are not selling for as much as the Dodger red.
I don't think being a Dodger is. I think the fact that he brings the whole country behind him is more important than the fact that he plays for the Dodgers.
Yeah, but that's great that he plays for the Dodgers. But my point is, what the fact that he plays for the Dodgers, does that make his cards more valuable? I mean, like, for example, if Aaron Judge was on the Mets, would he still be, I don't know. That's interesting.
I could say for sure that being on the Dodgers would be better than being on the Angels.
Yeah, I think
for your card carrying public and for I think so. So I would say the same thing about the Yankees and the Mets.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a bigger fan base. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Masanori Murakami. This is Topps Now card, 203. Had the lowest print run of the day so far of the show at 1,540. And this card celebrates how he's the first Japanese Major League Baseball player toss his first pitch. There he is, and that's Masanori.
Well, this guy's cool because he brings history back onto this, new brand of baseball, and there's not likely to be this card in pack pulled stuff, right? They're not going to make a card and put in a pack, are they?
Yeah, it would have to be an insert set.
Right. So that's what makes Topps Now special, is this kind of stuff.
Because they'll have like. I remember the guy on MasterChef, he threw out one of the first pitches. I think the guy from one of the rock and roll bands threw out one of the first pitches. And actually those cards were made into an insert set of just people, throwing out first pitch. So that's kind of cool. And those are with the flagship product of Topps Baseball.
Right. So, and they use the same picture.
And the same picture. Yeah, that's right.
So that's where it takes away from the Topps Now, is that these pictures aren't, special to us.
Exclusive. Right.
They're just that we get them before the pack pulled stuff comes a year later. So that's what the now is we are able to get it now.
Yeah, it isn't Topps years later.
So this guy's a $6 common, and on the high end, he's got a $300 orange. He rolls all the way down to like $55 blue parallels. Graded 10s are 35 plus shipping. He's got blue parallels in the high 20s. That covers him on eBay.
All right. Thank you, sir. That's going to bring us to Tyler Alexander from the Tampa Bay Rays. That's card number 204. Now we have the lowest print run of the show so far at 563. It says here, Tyler hurls 7 1/3 perfect innings in a win. And look at that arm. It's just got that extension right there. Yeah, good job, Tyler.
A
What is
nice
this on
card.
eBay, sir? Yeah.
The one of ones on here for $100. There's a couple of reds in the mid 30s. The blues go as low as 22. Nothing graded. Base cards in the low fives. Yeah, here's a base card at auction for, we don't even talk about auctions, for $2.
No, we don't. But thank you. That's awesome.
Right.
Not much really going on there, and it's funny because this is the one with the lowest print run of all of them, and yet it's the least expensive out of all of them. Isn't that something? So that brings us to the next card. This is Luis Gill, New York Yankees. Card number 205 had a print run of 1,067. This one says here sets Yankees record for most strikeouts by a rookie. Most strikeouts by a rookie. That's tossing 14 strikeouts and breaking a franchise record for most strikeouts by a Yankees rookie in a single game. And that's right. The 25-year-old continued his hot start to the season, lowering his ERA to a team best 2.39 through 9 starts.
Hey,
not bad.
Not bad. I think this guy brings energy to their club.
Yeah.
On eBay, $5 are the lowest for his base cards. We've got $15 blues. Here's a graded PSA 9 for 65. That doesn't make sense. And then the highest card listed is actually a PSA 10 for 175. There's an orange parallel for 150 best offer.
You know, I didn't mention this, but all of the caps, I forget what this was. It was in May. Was that? That's not Veterans Day, obviously. That's in November. This happened during Memorial Weekend. This was Memorial Weekend because they have the Memorial Weekend hats and socks on with the camouflage, like Paul Skeens had. Did you notice that the hats that were all? So that makes these also unique when they're tops now, because you know how baseball is seasonal. They'll celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day and Memorial Day. In fact, this weekend's Labor Day. Not sure what they're going to do for that, but you know, Veterans Day, they're going to do something for that as well. So that'll be really interesting, and that's why Topps now is a beautiful product as well. It does catch the moment. Ultimately, the best out of most of them. Now, Panini Instant is also doing a great job as well.
Yeah, it's the online effect.
Yep.
Ready for 2006? 206?
That's it. That's going to be Jose Ramirez. He's a Hall of Famer just waiting to happen. This is Topps Now card 206. Like you said, had a print run of 569. He is so underrated. But if once you get people start to talk about him, they realize he's a lot more valuable than they think. So he moves to 4th all time on Cleveland home run list, Jose Ramirez. What do you got for us?
First, I think they treated Lindor because they knew what special they had with Ramirez.
Yeah, I agree.
Base cards are $5. There's a orange for 60, numbered to 5. That looks nice. There's the color match to 10 for 45, best offer. And then there's the blues and the purples in the 20s and under range.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Jose Ramirez. Would you buy this card?
I would not buy this card. So my theory is I'll buy the rookie card, the call-up card, and then the second-year card. So that leaves 3 years worth of cards that I will purchase. And that's it. After that, I cut it off and I start looking at other players, focusing on them. As far as a 4th, 5th, third-year card, 4th, 5th, 6-year card, 7-year card, I'm out. I'm not doing it. But I will collect first 3 years. Call-up, which is generally not going to happen in the flagship products, but I definitely collect the rookies and the second year. I think those are ultimately the most valuable ones I can pick up.
You sound like me, brother. Okay, card of the show.
Shota Imanaga and Fernando Venezuela. I have a Fernando rookie, by the way, just so you know. 2024 Topps Now card 207. Print run of 3,032. Cubs hurler has lowest ERA since Fernando Venezuela through 9 starts. Remember, he used to look up in the air and like roll his eyes.
Oh yeah, that's the Fernando magic.
I know, that's wild.
So on eBay, the high end stuff I'm going to get to in a sec. On the low end, it's still what do we call it? A wholesale retail, a $5 card with best offers. So there's a ton of base on this. Now let's cover the interesting parts. The graded is coming from Japan is $30 for PSA 10s. There's multiple of them. It's a very cool card to have. If you're going to have it, may as well have it PSA 10.
Yep.
And then the parallels, interesting here. The blues start at 70.
That's a color match.
Right. And then here's a, I don't think that's a purple. And then here's a graded purple PSA 9 for 175 best offer. So you probably get this for in the 80s, 90s. So interesting card. Again, I don't think this card comes out in pack pulled. I think that's part of what makes the now baseball so special.
Yeah, this is all you're going to get of that one for sure.
And the Topps Now baseball is just an extension of the Topps Now hockey or basketball, and they're now doing football drafts,
Star Wars, basketball, you name it. They got Bowman.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of products. All right, ready for the next one? We're going to be talking about Justin Verlander, future Hall of Famer. That's 2024 Topps Now card number 208. Had the lowest print run of the show so far, it looks like, at 403. Climbs MLB all-time K list, moving into 11th place. That's right, all-time strikeout list. Him and his Oxycontin ad.
I don't remember that, but that's
Oxycontin or Oxy wash or clean.
you bring the culture to the show, the stuff that's on the outsides. It's good to know. So Verlander, base cards are $7, best offer. And then the highest price card here is a red to 10 for 35. So there's not a lot of product up and not a lot of choices, because I think if you get a parallel, you keep a Verlander parallel.
Yeah, I would definitely.
That's what
Definitely
I think, right.
that. All right, ready for the next one, mister? That's going to be Will Brennan. What?
I'm just saying the number. 209.
That's right. That's right. So here we go. Will Brennan. This is the lowest print run of the show now. It's 420. Topps Now card 209. Says here, Will crushes clutch 3-run walk-off home run against his rivals. And who's that? Hey, look at that. A little bit of action on the backside, too. That's kind of cool.
We like those.
Those are the City Connect uniform, too, for Cleveland.
You and I like those double picture shows.
Yeah, those are amazing.
So this is why we do this show this way. There is a parallel that's starting at $3 and no bids. Purple.
Wow.
This card's base is at $479. Buy it now, free ship. Here's some stuff at 17, and the high end. There's a purple parallel for 20. I don't see much higher than that. Here's blue parallels for 10. Nothing graded.
Wow, that's amazing. And people are always chasing print runs. We're at 420 and are always hoping for parallels. And doesn't it seem like this one would be the one to own, seeing how it's a low short print run? Not super short print, but definitely lower than we've seen most of this year. And the availability of the parallels at the price point they're at, that's remarkable. But what's keeping people away from this card, from buying it? What's up with that?
I don't know. It's my first introduction to the card, so I could show you. I've been sleeping on this card, but there's a card for $6, a base card. I don't see. Here's another one for $8 and quantity. So I don't see it being so easy to be adopted. I'm not sure where the higher end parallels are, but it's what 420 print.
Yeah,
I still think that's just common. If it was a call-up card, if he were doing, I still think it's too many printed to be adoptable. Yeah,
maybe a few years ago I would have agreed with you, but 420 right now for this year's print runs, that's mighty low. It's a fraction of what we've seen for some runs. Now, you ready to go to the next one?
I would agree with your statement, though, that for 2024, this is one of the lowest print runs we've seen. I agree with that.
Yeah, it changes every year, folks. It really does.
Ready to go to the next one.
And that's what makes our show so important, because it does change every year. A low print run from 2016, 17, 18 might not be the low print run from 2018, 19, and 20, or even 22, 3, and 4. Here we go. Can you believe this? We're going to be on 10 years of Topps now in 2 short years from now. And I would love to see a 10-year anniversary party or something really fantastic from Topps about Topps Now cards. That would be amazing. Anyway,
well,
ready
they
to go to the next one?
they do that for the uppity ups. We're just not uppity ups.
Well, just not yet anyway, I guess. All right, brings us to the next one. Rafael Devers. It's a Boston Red Sox, a Bo Sox card. Had a print run of 575. Print run, or rather, the card number is 210. And this one says he ties Red Sox record with a homer in his 5th straight game. All right, way to go, Rafael.
How many of these were made?
Like 500 and
575.
575.
So the base cards you can find for $5-6, no problem. Slightly above a wholesale. And then on the high end, you got a graded PSA 3 of 5 of this card for $299 best offer. And then you got a 101 for $400 best offer. So there's some choices somehow. And I think Devers is underappreciated.
Yeah, I would agree. All right. I wouldn't mind picking him up on the Dodgers. That's for sure. All right. This is going to be Gunnar Henderson. Topps Now card 211. Had a print run of 1,267. This card celebrates his 15th home run. And, well, it's the longest of the season. And it's tied for the Major League Baseball lead at the time this card was made back on May 19th, 2024.
This is Gunnar Henderson?
Gunnar. Whatever.
Ellie has an opening day card that's numbered the same, so I was seeing a lot of Ellie. So, okay, well, that was why I was asking, is the eBay reference. On eBay, this card for Gunnar is still a $6 base card. When it comes to some of the special stuff, a lot of Eli was in the way. There's a color match orange for $200. There's a graded SGC 10 to 25 for $200. There's a purple for 150 best offer, numbered to 25. And then is it the red that's the color match? Because here's a red for 120.
I think it'd be orange would be the color match.
Right.
Orange.
I think oranges too.
Yeah, it's Baltimore, so they're kind of Halloween colors, so to speak. All right, ready to go to the next one?
Ready.
That's our next Shohei Ohtani card of the show. That's going to be Topps Now card 212. Had a stellar print run of 8,566 pickup sticks. Says here, Shohei hits first career walk-off as a Dodger player. So that's first career walk-off as a Los Angeles Dodger. And look at that. Rojas is showering him with a bottle of water. There you go, Rojas. And generally, they do, I want to say, seeds of some kind. Some sunflower seeds. When they do that, I don't know. But there you go.
All right.
That's a cool card. I like this card.
A lot of interesting stuff I'm seeing on eBay. I like the card. So
the front. This should be okay. What we're seeing right now on the screen should have been the front of the card, in my opinion. The celebration moment.
I like it.
And the back should have been a long shot of him at the plate hitting that home run. That'd have been awesome. Anyway, go ahead, sir. I digress.
So base cards are $5.
Yep.
Now I'm seeing some people bringing graded cards to auction and stuff. We are bringing you this show at exactly the right time. There are 7 days left on some of these auctions, and there are no bids for the base cards. Now,
that's interesting.
Yeah, what better news than that? Here, giveaways. Then when you start to go up the scale with this Ohtani, there's, of course, cards listed for buy it now, rated 10s that are more. But on the high end, I'm not seeing so many parallels.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. So people are keeping them like they did the Ellie De La Cruz parallels and not the Paul Skeens parallels.
Something's up because I don't see a parallel. I mean,
that's interesting. You want me to look at it, Jude, man? Or are we going to move on?
I'm just pointing out the interesting part of the show. These are the
all
things.
right, so let's move on then. So We're
Ready.
stumped. We're stumped. All right, this is you, Darvish, Topps Now card 213, and I'm surprised at this print run for such a for you, Darvish. At 5,076, earns 200th career win in professional baseball. Now, obviously, he's a Japanese player. Okay, is he going to have more? Look, Hideo Nomo had 201. So the right-hander joins Hiroki Kuroda, 203, and Hideo Nomo as the only Japanese pitchers to achieve such a feat. So were these purchased by the Japanese at some point? Are most of the sales going there?
I don't know what it is. I will say here on this card, the lowest base card is $6. And then I don't see Well, why does the guy want $111 for this card?
Well, it's you, Darvish, and it's a 200th career win. But I mean, other than that, I mean, where did 5,000 of these cards go? That's just way more than you, Darvish, has ever got before. And I understand the feat, I get it, but dang, it's remarkable.
Yeah, there's not there are graded PSA 10s here for $30 from Japan, and not a whole lot extra. Maybe are they sold? I mean, where are these cards?
Yeah,
here's some parallels, some raw ones that sold for 28 and 10 sold, but it seems different from the other cards we're watching on this show.
Interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. For whatever reason, it's got nothing there. All right, that brings us to the next one. Chris Sale, former Boston Red Sox, I think, 2024 Topps Now card 214, had a print run of 462. And now, is that the lowest of the show? I don't know.
420 we already had, didn't we?
420, that's right. Good answer. All right, I just wanted to say 420 again. Extends scoreless inning streak to 20 in a win. That's Chris Sale of the Atlanta Braves. They got a big series going on right now with Philadelphia. Big series with Philadelphia right now. 4-game stretch. They played game 1 last night.
Yes. All right, so base card. This card is a $5 card. And here are some parallels to 49 blue for 13. And then, again, so strange. I don't see any low-numbered stuff. Maybe there's nothing graded back yet.
That just seems weird how this is happening only recently in the last
few cards.
Yeah, that's odd. Yeah,
we might be doing our show just that many days too early, but let's
maybe. I doubt it. All right, we got Rafael Devers again. Topps Now card 215, had a print run of 1,043. Remember, his last one was 575, so it's doubled just about. And sets Red Sox record with home runs in 6 straight games. So it was 5 in here and then 6 in the other one. And that's really what people are looking after, that 6-game straight games of a home run. So there you go. Kudos to him.
Another Devers card, as you would say, as you just explained. We've got $6 base cards here. Going up the scale again, I see a $15 blue parallel for Devers that's raw. It goes up the scale on blues. Let's see if we find more. Here's a red number to 10 for 50 raw, nothing graded. Here's an orange for 80, and then the 1 of 1 is here for no, it's not him. I take that back. There's no 1 of 1 for Devers on this card.
Taking it back. All right.
Available.
Well, there it is. All right, that brings us to the next card. It's a rookie card. It's Nick Gonzalez. Topps Now card 216, had a print run of 648. Says here hits first career walk-off in 10th inning rally. That's Nick Gonzalez, and that was on May 21st, 2024 against the San Francisco Giants. What do you got for us?
There's not many cards listed. I see a blue parallel to number 49 for $9.99. I see $6, $5 base card with $1 shipping. And then going up the ladder, there's a parallel to 25 for 60. There's a parallel to 25 for 20. So Nick is a very common card.
Okay, and not in big demand,
Tell
obviously.
me
All right.
again how many of this card were made. You have that
They made 648, 648. Who do we appreciate? 648.
648. Take me to 217, sir.
That's going to be O'Neal Cruz. Yeah, they called him a shortstop on the back of this card right there, but he was demoted about a week ago now to center field. So I don't think they have too much confidence in his ability to figure out situations. But anyway, he's definitely a good hitter and he can throw the ball really fast. So outfield might just be perfect for him, but he's also got to figure out outfield too. So that might be pretty tough. I don't know if the jury's still out on O'Neal Cruz because that's a bad example to set. In midseason, they're going to throw you out of shortstop position. Anyway, top stock card 217, print run of 585, and this is his second year, I believe.
I like O'Neal Cruz. I wish he would become a Dodger now. It's not going to happen, but I think his watermelon needs some tightening.
I mean, I watched him slide into home one time, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah,
has this dude ever played baseball before?
Some errors that he didn't need to make. I saw a little blurb on that on MLB and whatever. So he's exceptionally talented, but I think the watermelon needs a little bit of adjusting.
Yep, exactly.
He's got $7 base cards. There's an auction for 99 cents. No one's bid on it. There's 4 days left.
I think people are going to be steering away from O'Neal Cruz now that he's been demoted to outfield. I don't think they're going to be following as much as they were before. At least the hardcore collectors, the investors.
Let me touch a little higher end on this. There's $12 purple blue parallels. Is there anything special here? Purple 19. We've got a 101. No, we got a red parallel for 75. Orange for 5. Nothing graded. I don't know if we're going to be seeing a lot of O'Neal cards graded, is what you're suggesting going forward.
Yeah, I don't think people have faith in him, just like the Pirates don't. I really don't. I like you said, he's got to get his head tightened, melon, because he's got dirt in his hair.
All those speculators are going to end up with 0 from that. That's part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And nobody wants that for anybody. Now let's go to the next one. That's going to be a Ranger Suarez card. And that's top stock card 218, had a print run of 738. And this celebrates the first with a 9-0 start and sub 1.5 ERA through 10 starts since 1966 pickup sticks. There it is. What do you got for us on eBay, sir?
I was wondering as I finished my cup of coffee, are we having coffee and cards? We are. Okay. The 1 of 1 for the card 218 is $500 or best offer. On the high end,
speak for yourself. I've been up for hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Sharing the moment, sharing the love.
Yeah, you're just a funny guy, aren't you?
Coffee and cards. Well, I just finished my first cup of coffee, and
nobody asked. Nobody asked.
It's coffee and cards. I'm like, okay.
You're out of control.
Orange card.
He's narrating his own story, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, coffee, it's still
AM
wherever you are. AM wherever I am. Orange number to 5 is $200 best offer. There's a red color match of this for $100. The blue parallels start to come down to $10 a card offer. Base cards are going down as I look. They look to be going as low as I don't even want to tell you guys. I just found a red parallel at auction with no bids starting at $299. Check it out on eBay. We get no commission. We don't have any sponsors, but there are not a lot of low-priced base cards of this guy out there. That's what I was looking for. $6 and $7, nothing at $4.
All right. Well, let's go to the next one. The last card of the show. It's going to be Fernando Tatis Jr. Top stock card 219, had a print run of 549. And Tatis is celebrating how he's the third youngest Padre player to reach 500 career hits in his career. At 25 years old, 140 days. He's the third youngest Padre to reach that mark behind Tony Gwynn and Gary Sheffield, and did so in 465 games instead of 500. That's pretty remarkable.
Very cool. Hold on, I'm noticing that we have a few people in the room, and I wasn't paying attention to it. So
let's finish this, and we'll get there.
That's fair enough. We are on
219.
Got it.
Fernando Tatis.
high end orange is 110. There's another orange for 80. Blue parallels start to fall down to as low as 20. Nothing graded. Again, the cards stopped being graded as we went through the middle of the show. Interesting, right?
Well, it could be that PSA is getting backed up, or they just I don't know. That's a good question, but I remember when PSA was hiring during the pandemic because they were inundated with people, coming in and submitting cards. So that was remarkable back then. Anyway, I think I'm good.
You want to say anything? We got a couple of visitors. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us here this morning.
I was showing off this 2023 Acuna, saying it was a harder card to find, but we found some on eBay that are $7. So here's a little tip from us. These Acuna cards are easy to adopt. There's only 5 cards available at $7 or whatever it is. You want to tell us about a baseball? You want to tell us about
Listen, there's some really big stuff going on in baseball right now. If you haven't been paying attention all year, or if you are paying attention, I would be paying attention to Lawrence Butler over there on the Oakland A's. I'd pick up his rookie card immediately. In fact, there'll probably be a Lawrence Butler card issued today by Topps Now, celebrating how this is his second time this season, how he's got 3 home runs in a game. So he's got 2 3-home run games. That's the right fielder for the Oakland A's, Lawrence Butler. That's a very good card to have, and he is a rookie, by the way, as well. So I think only good things. He'll probably be sold for cash or something for another player, another team, and he won't be in Oakland long. I think Oakland's going to start because listen, Oakland, since the All-Star break, they're like the best team in the Major League Baseball right now, and I think every other team is noticing that right now. Other than that, we got Aaron Judge doing his thing. We got Shohei Ohtani at 42 home runs, 42 stolen bases. Can he get to 45? And if he does, he'll be the only player in Major League Baseball in that category. He'll have opened up his own category, the Shohei category, at 45 and 45. We are in the home stretch of baseball for the 2024 season, and it just keeps getting better each and every single day. And if you don't have chicken skin watching this shit, you might want to check your pulse. Anyway, that's enough for me.
I got category stuff for you, little discussion. This 3 home runs thing and the cards they make from Topps Now. I didn't know 3 home runs was a thing until Topps Now. This is the second card they're making for him for 3 home runs this season.
And I had no idea how often 3 home runs were hit in a game by any player. It seems like it happens quite a bit, actually.
No, I don't know quite a bit. It's definitely
a lot more than I ever knew. I'll tell you that.
It doesn't happen monthly.
Oh, I'd look it up.
I'm sure.
I wouldn't shoot from the hip like that, mister. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure.
I would do personal anecdotes. Anyway, let's wrap it up and we'll call it a day.
Sounds good. We're here talking baseball. We're talking Topps on Demand. Stay blessed.
Y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the next stream.